I'm not a morning person. Do not enjoy mornings. Why is it so complicated? Why can't the lid just open all the way? Can't deal with this right now. Just kidding. It's not that bad. So my wife and I live in this cute little 2-bedroom house. Of course, living in like a 60-year-old 2-bedroom house, there's not really like a lot of space. So we pretty much have, our bedroom and then office space or spare bedroom, whatever it is. So Ellie's got friends visiting this weekend, and she seems to have an issue whenever she goes to visit someone's house and has to crash in their office. Like, she is kind of weirded out by that when she feels like she's just sleeping in somebody's office. I don't have as much of a problem with this personally. So she asked me to tidy up just a little bit so that it was, a little less, random stuff left over from when we moved in that we haven't actually put in, storage yet. She's at a bread baking class, but like sourdough bread baking, she is like really excited about it. So while the missus is away, I'm going to turn on some Gundam Wing over here on my laptop and get to work. This will fit into my dedicated 2 hours of creative endeavors during the day, because I'm gonna film it and try to, tell the story later on, I guess, because that fits the very loose parameters of creative endeavors that I've put aside for myself. And plus, it'll be a nice surprise for her when she gets back from sourdough class. Though honestly, her getting back from sourdough class, I don't think she'll be able to be any happier than she already is.
So the question is, what would you do if you didn't have to work for money? And I'm not talking about if you were a bajillionaire. I'm talking about, what if someone gave you your salary for an entire year and you just got to do whatever you wanted? I think I would do two things. One, I would pursue my passion for filmmaking and cinematography. And I really feel like I would pursue more nonprofit work and volunteer more. Which kind of brings us to the second question, which is, what's stopping me from doing those things now? And honestly, the only thing stopping me from doing those things now is me, is myself. Like, certainly my time is constrained by work, but I think about how much I have of free time that I just waste. How much time I spend browsing on the internet or goofing around on social media or playing meaningless games that I could be spending doing something that really matters, or that at least I get fulfillment from. And so I think that's the challenge for myself, is to say, how can I better manage my time so that I can fit in the things that I want to do, that I feel are important in life, so I don't look back with regrets? Because I think at some point we're all going to look back on our lives and say, this is how much time we were given and this is how we used it. And man, what a terrible, terrible feeling it would be to look back and to say, I wish I'd used my time differently.
Woo! Not too shabby, I think. And I certainly hope that our friends this weekend appreciate what I did, because I get sweaty organizing. And why in the world do I sweat while I'm just organizing? It's the dumbest thing. But now the guest bedroom does in fact look a little bit more like a guest bedroom and a little bit less like the place where I store my golf clubs. My golf clubs that I've used once in the past 6 years. So there we go. There's the guest bedroom / my office. This is where I do a lot of podcasting, a lot of editing, a lot of Gundam Wing watching. So day 2 of my 2 hours of creative focus a day has gone better than day 1, where everything went wrong. This only took about the length of one episode of Gundam Wing. So 25 minutes or so. But tonight, Tyler and I are going to do another live stream. So that'll happen. and that'll count towards my quota. Day 2, pretty successful, I think. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to be some sort of cool millennial. I just really like to wear hats. Tell you what I'm definitely gonna be is that weird, like 50-year-old who wears flat bill hats. That's definitely gonna happen. So it's a lovely rainy day. Got a high temperature of like 76 or something, which in the state of Mississippi is basically unheard of. Apparently when my alarm went off this morning, I did not try to snooze it, I just straight up turned it off. Got an extra, 30 minutes of sleep or whatever. Ellie ended up getting up and making the coffee. That's what finally woke me up to the point in which I was like, oh, I need to be going. I failed in my coffee making responsibilities. That's pretty much the only thing that I'm ever required to do at the house. It's like, clean up after yourself and make the coffee in the morning. If I do those 2 things, Ellie is pretty happy. So the challenge today then on day 3 is, what am I gonna do creatively speaking today? So that's the challenge today. The challenge today is to figure out what it is I'm gonna do. So Ellie here has never used, what's it called?
It's called Speech Jammer.
The Speech Jammer app. You might be familiar with it. It's the one that kind of has like an echo of your voice playing through your ears.
Because it is not us that can judge our sins or know what is sin in the Lord's eyes. She has had a hard life, but so does every woman. But you'd think from the way she talked that she knew more about sin and salvation than the Lord.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. I lost count. There's too many merrilies. Been so many merrilies. These people are so merry in this boat. So it's around midnight, and I'm whispering because Ellie's asleep, and because I think it's weird to be talking to my phone at midnight. The inspiration to write hit me at like 11, and so I got a solid hour of just that. It was great. So if I can make any effort to do a creative something, whether it's well thought out or whether it's garbage, just doing it leads to doing more. It leads to inspiration. You guys are wondering why you don't have inspiration. It's because you haven't laid the foundation. The inspiration is built up. But what do I know?